W.S. Anderson gives us Resident Evil Afterlife, a movie where the main antagonist's choice form of diversion is throwing his sunglasses at the screen in slow motion, in 3D. Reason why it took me so long to get this video review up and running is because it's Paul W.S. Anderson, the guy who made Alien vs. Predator and all the other Resident Evil movies. Is there any more to say? So from the guy who produced Pandorum and Death Race comes the 4th installment of the Resident Evil franchise. And that's basically it. I mean, this movie is chill, it is fun, there's a lot of neat action if you really want to suspend your belief. There is no trace of a storyline here. The guy who did the main antagonist, what's his name? Wesker or something like that. Sounds like a villain who just got his wisdom teeth pulled. He talks throughout the entire movie like this. I can't eat my Cheerios, but at least my shades look cool. Oh yeah. I'm not kidding you. The movie is in slow motion and in 3D. Brilliant. The story, nowhere to be found. And I knew I was in trouble when Milla Jovovich lands on the rooftop and Kim Coates from Battlefield Earth appeared. This guy. Oh right, he did Battlefield Earth, so you might recognize him better this way. Tilty shot. It's funny because every frame in Battlefield Earth is, you know, tilted. It's an inside joke. Shut up. I don't have the money for writers. All I can say is, oh no. Oh no. I literally saw his face. I was like this. I saw his face. Oh no. No, no, no. Get me out now. Because Battlefield Earth is the worst movie ever made, and Kim Coates is in that movie. And besides Barry Pepper, everyone who is involved in that movie, I do not enjoy or actually go out of my way to see any of their work. Forrest Whitaker, John Travolta, okay, but anyone else, no. No. Milla Jovovich is still running around. There's still a zombie apocalypse. The beginning is a very obnoxious, slowed down, annoying beginning, which is highly unnecessary and felt like a Japanese soap opera. Then it goes to a very futuristic, CGI muddled fight scene in Umbrella headquarters, which is the evil corporation, where we meet our antagonist, Wesker. So that's all nice and neat, and then literally the most despicable form of action happens on a plane that crashes and burns, and for some reason Milla Jovovich survives without a scratch, just after she was given a substance that took away all of her superpowers. So she's just become mortal and human, and literally this plane gets obliterated and she walks away. And she walks away into a field of airplanes. And she goes to Alaska. And she finds a boat. And the movie ends. My favorite portion of the film is when they're stuck in a penitentiary and you finally get to see Wentworth Miller from Prison Break. He was very good. Him and Milla Jovovich were the best. Kim Coates, just as terrible as I remembered him from Battlefield Earth. Everyone else I either didn't know or weren't good. I just liked the penitentiary scene. It was interesting. I liked the zombies. I liked the battle between the two chicks and the 17-foot tall guy with the axe, which is weird. How can you stand in kind of like this cathedral-sized room and not hear this 18-foot tall man enter? Because it takes you by surprise because a certain character is talking and a certain thing happens where he gets cut in two. And it's supposed to be like a big surprise. Like, ho, he's behind them the entire time. This guy is 18 feet tall. And every previous scene you saw him, with every step, it was like a boom, 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 and he was dragging this huge hammer slash axe with him. And all of a sudden, he's a sly ninja, which suddenly surprises the group, and just whatever. It's Resident Evil. But the fight there was neat. You know, they incorporated water effects and slow motion with the 3D and wet t-shirts. So all I can say is that Resident Evil Afterlife, if you have a weekend where you have nothing to do, buy a popcorn, buy a cold soda, sit in this movie theater and enjoy it. There's no redeemable value. There's not even a desire in me to buy this on DVD. I get Resident Evil 2.5 stars. No, just 2 stars. 2 out of 5. Resident Evil, directed by Paul W.S. Anderson, starring Wentworth Miller, Mila Jovovich, Kim Coates. Sorry, almost threw up. And, yeah. And don't forget, whenever you're in a predicament between life and death, just take off your sunglasses and throw them at the protagonists, because that will just stun them and then you get the upper hand. And it doesn't really matter, because when you fight them anyway, you're just going to be zip-lining around like that terrible Jet Li movie that was made like 7 years ago, and then dogs will split their heads open and the ending will just leave you terribly disappointed. Oh, am I still doing this review?